let's see here. Okay, here's one. I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not? Oh, my name's Fox9Zelda, and I'm Fox. Welcome to another 9-bit theory on Kingdom Hearts, because I'm gonna ride this wave until I smack into a wall. But yeah, this is a theory that I had talked about earlier beforehand, where I thought this would be kind of a cool ending for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it slowly has evolved, and even gotten some backup from trailers that this could be where it's actually leading. And so, possible spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3. Again, I don't know anything for sure, but I feel like this could be, this could possibly be the ending for Kingdom Hearts 3. And this is based off of not only the trailers, but also some interviews with Tetsuya Nomura and stuff like that, which kind of hints to this. So, basically, how I think this is going to go is, Sora is going to be the new bad guy by the end of the film. Give me one moment. But yeah, basically my theory is, sorry I had to cut out. But basically my theory is that Sora will basically become the newest enemy by the end of the game. And mind you, he won't be the enemy probably for the end of this game, but he will become the enemy for whatever comes after. Which honestly right now I just want to focus on Kingdom Hearts 3. But basically this is how, at least I feel, the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 will end. Kingdom Hearts, because a couple things. A quick synopsis of so far what we know about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that Sora is trying to, that Xehanort is gathering his 13 Seekers of Darkness, and he's going out to find the 7 Pure Hearts of Light. As well as not only that, but also to find his 13th vessel. While on the flip note of that, Sora is going across the world trying to find a way to bring back Roxas. While also Riku is trying to save Aqua, as well as gather the rest of the 7 lights that they need. So that's basically what's the sole synopsis of this is going on right now. And throughout the trailers, we have gotten small glimpses of things. One being that Sora's trying to find Roxas, but Xemnas and Ansem straight up say that the only way that you're going to find Roxas or to gain Roxas is to allow yourself to be seeped in darkness, to allow the darkness into his heart. Which, we know that Sora basically is a gender bend away from being a princess of light in some cases, since he is like the most innocent of like almost all the characters, and he is the hero. He is like the most hero of all of them. Even though I do love Riku and stuff, Sora is freaking awesome as well. But on that note, Sora is a character who has never actually tampered with the darkness. Even technically, Roxas has messed with darkness, with him being a nobody, which I guess technically really doesn't count him as that, but he even wields Oblivion, which I guess Sora does as well. But Roxas, that is his main Keyblades, Oblivion and Oathkeeper, a light Keyblade, and a Keyblade that's of darkness, or at least has some elements of darkness with it. But, and then, of course, Riku, who can wield both darkness and light. But, Sora, one, has already said that he is probably going to have to touch in or well, basically, yeah, you have to touch darkness or use darkness itself for some way to free Roxas. And well as another note of that is that the reverse prophecy, where at least that's what I'm calling it, where it's a kind of thing like in a movie or something like that, where instead of it being like, oh, the hero will save the day, it's a reverse prophecy where it is, no, the bad guys are going to win. Many times, like in a movie or something like that, it'll always be like, and if you wonder what I'm bringing that up, so in a movie so that it'll always be kind of a switch kind of thing. It's like, oh, the bad guys win for this one moment until the hero does this one thing right after that prophecy is fulfilled and then ends it and beats them. Which I guess could be the case of this, because in one of the first original Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, we see that Xehanort and Eric is playing chess, and Xehanort says that in the Book of Prophecies, that apparently darkness will win. Darkness will win and destroy. Not destroy. It will win. Basically, is what they say. It will consume all. And Ericus says, like, what if he can basically defeat darkness and stuff like that? But which one? Like, it would be cool. One, I kind of like the idea of a reverse prophecy for this, because even if, let's say, darkness wins in this scenario, it doesn't say exactly when it will win, if I remember correctly. It just says that darkness will eventually win. And then whatever happens after that, of course, is up to whatever happens next in the story, where most likely it will be that heroes will rise up to fight the darkness and possibly win. Who knows? But, watching this, at least watching, or thinking of that, again, how does this pertain to Sora? Because, again, he will apparently have to get in touch with the darkness, and he is a character who does not wield darkness. Like, even in Kingdom Hearts 3D, Riku is the one who gains all of the dark powers, of course, because he is the one who wields both darkness and light, as well as Sora being the one who wields all of the light powers that are exclusive to Sora, even abilities that Riku apparently can't even use. So Sora is like the most lighter of the characters. And mostly all this boils down also to the character he is trying to revive, Roxas, who is the nobody created from Kingdom Hearts 1 when Sora released Kairi's heart from his own, and by doing so turned himself into a Heartless, as well as releasing Ventus's body. At least that's so far as I'm taking that, because the nobody is a body itself while the heart is released. So Roxas is Ventus's body, or at least Sora's body mixed with Ventus's body, I guess, and released it to then become Roxas, who is awesome. But the way that I see this is that the ending of this game will probably have to end in a similar fashion. Or not end, will have a similar scene. Because even though Sora was brought back by the light of Kairi, and Sora was somehow still able to retain his body even though he was just a heart, which could symbolize again that and it was kind of like a fraction of himself was cut off, but who knows? Sora has another heart trapped in him, which, if I'm right, and like Roxas is kind of really the nobody of actually Ventus, that then means that most likely to unlock Sora's heart, to unlock Roxas's heart, to unlock Roxas's heart, as well as to revive Ventus, because I feel, again, that the heart that's inside Sora, Roxas's heart, Sora says, Roxas's heart is in my heart. That actually is Ventus. Ventus is actually trapped within Sora. So, assuming that Ventus and Roxas are the same person, and even so, even not, Sora will have to someday unlock his heart to release Ventus's heart. We'll get a similar scene to Kingdom Hearts. Jesus, that actually looks kind of cool and it actually looks kind of menacing. Kind of similar to Kingdom Hearts 1, where Sora unlocks his heart with the Keyblade, possibly a full version of the Keyblade of Heart from Kingdom Hearts 1, which would be cool, and kind of say like, oh yeah, the reason why Ventus's heart wasn't unlocked completely at that point was because, we didn't have the full Keyblade's power, but now we do. They could have it to where that Keyblade is then released, or the power of the Keyblade unlocks Ventus's heart, allowing Ventus as well as Roxas, Ventus/Roxas. I feel like they are the same person. And they're going to be at least the same person when they get memories. That Ventus' heart will go back to his body and have both Roxas' and Ventus' memories, making him this new being, which Ventus hasn't now. But because of this unlocking of Sora's heart, we will get some of the greatest. We'll get two of the greatest villains probably in Kingdom Hearts history: Heartless Sora, as well as Sora's actual nobody. Because again, assuming that the reason why Roxas, of course, looks like Ventus and all that stuff is because that's actually Ventus's Heartless. Yeah, it has Sora. Yeah, he has a mix of Sora's name because again, he was technically a part of Sora and still is. That would then allow for Sora's actual nobody to form from Sora's body, which again would look like Sora, as well as then releasing his Heartless, which should be a particularly powerful Heartless, since we've seen in Kingdom Hearts Coded that his Heartless is freaking strong to the point to where he is a dark side that then can switch into smaller freaking Soras, and then even just form Shadow Keyblades, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember the fight against Data Heartless Sora, or Sora's Heartless. But we've seen that Sora's Heartless is a massive threat, which that would then make Sora, which then make probably even his nobody a ginormous threat as well. But because again, this would fill up a couple things. One, and also again, I brought up interview with Tetsuya Nomura, which I saw on the Kingdom Hearts wiki page, not wiki page, Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Hearts 3 news thing. They talked to Tetsuya Nomura, and someone did ask Tetsuya Nomura, is this Sora's last game? Is this the game that Sora is, and it will probably play as a new protagonist in the next game? And Tetsuya Nomura said that Kingdom Hearts is Sora's story. That Kingdom Hearts is Sora's story. So, and the thing is, I've heard that interview or line before. Maybe it wasn't from the creator, but I heard it from people of another series, which Kingdom Hearts seems to take at least some inspiration from, especially then Tetsuya Nomura says that he actually does like this other series, as well as basically remaking the first 3 movies into one movie. Well, no, more like the third movie of those movies into Birth by Sleep, and that is Star Wars, where I believe either George Lucas said it. I know someone said it, that all of Star Wars is Anakin's story, aka Darth Vader's story. That from beginning to end, you see him from episode 1 to 3. You of course see him becoming Vader, as well as going from a character of light and then slowly transitioning into darkness, and then from darkness transitioning back into light by the end of Return of the Jedi, where he saves Luke and becomes Anakin Skywalker once again. That wouldn't be too surprising for this. Says one, if Sora does become a Heartless and a nobody, that would then make a powerful enemies. For one, you can have him to where he's stronger than Zane or ever was as a Heartless or as a nobody with Xemnas. You can also have that will then be like the next task of the 7 Keyblade wielders. That they will then become more power. That they will basically try to save Sora and bring him back to the light, and for whatever installments later on, as well as starting like the Sora arc of it, making him the main bad guy, and in a similar fashion of Darth Vader. And then even on the note of that as well, this would also limit, if anything, that could even be done to limit down how many Keyblade wielders there are, because we so far know that Riku, Mickey, Kairi, we are assuming Sora, but Riku, Mickey, Kairi, as well as Riku, Mickey, Kairi, as well as Lee, are four of the Keyblade wielders. Then, of course, we thought we might have Aqua, but Aqua seems to have been Norded. But I am still iffy on that note completely, so we are going to keep her finger down. But basically 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing 3 of them. Ventus, if Ventus comes back, aka Rock, as well as aka Roxas, that would give us 5 with them and leave 2 left. Leave 2 left, which, since they're going to be fighting in the Keyblade Graveyard, you might actually be able to knock in Lingering Will, who is still technically in Kingdom, still there in the Keyblade Graveyard. And then of course last, again, if you're not counting Sora, there is someone else who is viable to wield a Keyblade and to help fight back. And that is Replica Riku. Since Riku has shown in the trailer that he is leaving his broken Keyblade, his broken Way to Dawn, one of the freaking coolest Keyblades, leaving that for Replica Riku to wield. And if I'm right, and hopefully I am with some bits, I'm kind of hoping Replica Riku becomes Riku's apprentice, because I want to see the dynamic between those 2 characters. I want to see those 2 interact. I really, really do. It's kind of the same reason why I want to see Lee, like if Ventus isn't Roxas, it is kind of the reason why I want to see Lee and Ventus meet, because in that similar fashion, I want to see how that meeting is going to go. But yeah, like that would then leave it open to allow you to have 7 Keyblade wielders, or even in the case if Aqua does turn, you still have that missing other wielder. You could have Aqua fill in for the 7, as well as then, well, even then, if Replica Riku does switch sides, and let's say Xehanort does, and Xehanort, while Sora unlocks his heart to let Roxas free, and / Ventus free, Xehanort could possess him, and possibly even make it to where Sora's nobody becomes, his nobody becomes possessed by his heart, as well as possibly even his heartless, thus even filling up 2 seats for the Seekers of Darkness. If, let's say, Aqua gets taken back or something like that. Again, this is just a small theory. This is a small theory, but Subway and Tetsuya Nomura is basically saying that that Kingdom Hearts is Sora's story, but not necessarily saying that he will survive. That he will be even like in Star Wars too, like Episode 8, 9, and possibly 10 is kind of like the legacy of Vader, of what Vader has left behind. Like the story of Kingdom Hearts is Sora's story, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he will live, especially with the or that he will be the hero throughout the story, as well as then with the whole idea of the reverse prophecy that darkness will eventually prevail. Though what happens after that, who knows? So there is still some things there that allow it for new stories and allows for a new enemy to appear that still is connected with the main series, as well as having more stuff going on, is more evil and stuff. It's having someone who was good and turned evil, and we could have a whole cool thing after that. But even then, I'm still way excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. I'll wait for Kingdom Hearts 4 so whatever. I don't care. For right now, I care more about Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't even know if I'll outlive this series, which I'm fine with. I'd rather play Kingdom Hearts 3 than now. 7 more months. But yeah, between Tetsuya Nomura's talk like that, between the trailers that even say that Sora was touched in the darkness, and that Sora has had a heart within him before, and had to unlock said heart and turned himself into a heartless, and also created a nobody, this is highly likely. Not to mention Sora's heart, if it's missing a piece of Ventus's heart, that could then allow for massive amounts of darkness to enter him. So, that's kind of a thing that could possibly happen. But I don't know. But tell me you guys in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who's been checking out my Kingdom Hearts videos and subscribing for those. I very appreciate it. Just thanks for watching the videos, and I'm gonna make another video specifically aimed at Angry Joe to tell him just about a little bit about Kingdom Hearts. Maybe he'll contact me, maybe he won't, but just so he has a better understanding of Kingdom Hearts a little bit before he goes play and says, well, this is weird, or something like that. I don't know. But either way, thanks for watching the videos, and see you later. I use Fire Aga!